This 18-inch oil drain hose is designed specifically to replace your existing 12mm engine oil drain plug on your Chinese Mini Excavator. And today we're going to install it on my Chinese Mini Excavator in an effort to facilitate quicker, cleaner, and easier oil changes in the future. If you own pretty much any brand of mini excavator with a gasoline motor, this oil drain hose will more than likely work on your machine so you too can enjoy simple, frustration-free oil changes. Get yours today from my Amazon store, and you can help this channel improve future content at no cost to you with small commissions that I earn from any sale. Everything used in this video will be in the Chinese Mini Excavator stuff section of the store, where you can find most of the stuff that I use in other videos that I put on this machine. Be sure to check out my ever-growing Mini Excavator playlist for more videos about Chinese Mini Excavators and Chinese Mini Excavator accessories. So it turns out these are 19mm, and I think you just take this one off and the one on the opposite side, and I hope that this gray cover is going to just drop out of here. It's a long-ass bolt. Oh my. They're like 4-inch bolts. So I just realized the bolt that goes on this goes through the frame right here, and there's like a rubber bumper that connects to the back. This thing, I'm just gonna barely touch it and see how it's stuck to the frame. Luckily it was stuck in place when we started working on it to let us know that we have these. Now I think that this 4 Uncle's pneumatic manual fluid extractor pump, which holds 15 liters, was around $90. I think for $60 you could get one that held like maybe half this much. But you get this tank, and it's like a bicycle pump in the middle here, and then you have this isolation valve and a connection to hook up to your, your standard everyday shop air. And I think this is just like an exhaust filter. When you just pump this a couple times and you open this cap, you can hear the suck. Like I'll pump it like 3 times. And it puts a good bit of negative pressure on this tank. Make oil changes simple. We're gonna test that. So what's left in the box is some miscellaneous hoses, and of course this guy right here is going to be the one that hooks into this guy here, and that's where you dump the oil out. They had like a little pouring spout on the front. These are like dipstick catheters. You got 2 different diameters of them. Looks to be 1/4 inch, and that looks to be 5/16. Then you got the one that's actually hooked up, which looks to be 3/8. So, got 3 different size hoses. So I got this Molykote 55. It's an O-ring lubricant, and I don't like to go in dry on anything. It pays to lube up. So I'm gonna apply some of this to the interior surface. You could use some used motor oil. I have this, but so of course, before you do any oil change, you want to get the engine good and hot, which we did by starting it up, warming it up, and then driving it over here. But this oil drain cap, you should probably have gloves on when you do this too. After this video is over, I'll be doing some free proctology exams. If anyone's interested, let me know in the comments below. So it's in your best interest to put a rag underneath here at minimum to catch the oil if it does spew out of here. I'm gonna have the rag here, and then I got our unit right close by with our hose right close by. So here's a trick I'm gonna try, and that's to hold my thumb over the end on this, and I'm gonna pump it up a few times, and then when you take your thumb off, it'll start sucking the oil up. So let's pump it a little bit. It's getting harder to pump, so we're probably good. And I'm gonna take the drain plug out. We got a little bit of oil spillage there. Let's stick our tube in. How about that? Look at it sucking the oil. Alright, so put you back here a little bit. So I didn't even, it's been sucking and sucking. And look at it, just, that's pretty cool. That was about maybe, what, 10, 15 pumps. You can see the oil filling up at the bottom. Give it some pumps here and see what's... Well, that didn't seem like much oil, did it? I think we might have it all out already. Not very much in the bottom here. I'll be curious to see how that oil looks. So I'll pull our extraction tube out of here and get it out of the way for now. I got this for under 20 bucks. It's like it's a oil drain hose that takes the out to the outside of the excavator, and this will just hang out the back, and you take this off instead of having to go in and get to the plug. I'm hoping that that is the correct end for putting on our machine. We're gonna find out. And it looks like it has its own rubber seal on it and stuff. Kind of amazed at the quality. I mean, these are legit crimped ends. It's a steel reinforced hose, so it's not going to be chafing anytime soon, but I think I'm still going to add some spiral wrap to it to keep it from rubbing on the bottom of the machine. And if you get one of these, make sure that this is good and tight. Now, I've heard people complaining that these leak. Now, this is the same connection. This would be probably an M16 DIN light fitting. So that cone seals against the inside of that cone. I see no way that that's going to leak. Pick 2 adjustable wrenches and tighten it up. So our oil drain plug is a 12 millimeter. So I got this all ready to go, and I also have this. You can buy these at Harbor Freight for like $2 or $3 when they go on sale. And in this case, it's magnetic. It'll sit right under where the oil is going to run out, and it should make the perfect companion. See what I did there? Oh my God! They put that oil drain plug in tight. I cannot get it to budge. I'm gonna have to stick something under there. Stand by. Pry up on our wrench to try to break that. Yeah, it had Loctite on it. So let's take our drain plug out. 3,500 turns here. Okay. Yeah, that got most of it out. A little bit came out the bottom here. Still coming out the bottom here. Still coming out the bottom here. It's still coming out the bottom here. Yeah, they say the oil that they ship them in is break-in oil. You don't want to run it too long on that. Plus, just having a peace of mind of knowing what you actually have in it speaks loud as thunder. I'm gonna put this, make sure it threads in now. And it do. I kind of like it that it's almost rubbing the pan. It's like so tight against there. But we're gonna have to get a thin wrench to. So I got this set of narrow wrenches from Yai, and I'll put the Amazon link in the description with my mini excavator stuff. But this would be your super thin wrench, which should be, yeah, 19 millimeter, and we're going to use that to tighten this. Okay, yeah, that's a very bad spot to get a wrench in, but I think we're, yeah, it's tight. If you're worried about this leaking, you can always just zip tie it up, and gravity isn't going to let it leak out if you have it up high. I don't know, I hope you can see this okay. I was thinking for doing the oil changes, there's like this little passage in the back here, and if you put it there, you can just pull the hose around when you're doing your oil change and put the pan underneath, let it run in there. I think it'll stow away nicely just laying on the frame right here. No need to cut holes or anything in the body parts. I think you could probably get your wrist down through and fish it over enough to where you could get underneath it with you know, with your wrenches. I don't know, maybe the hole would be better. Let me know in the comments what you think. So I have this spiral wrap that you can, I'll include it in my Amazon store too. It's like a anti-chafing, and where it's in mid-air, it's not, we don't have to worry so much. So I'm going to start a couple inches out, and it just wraps around the hose to keep it from chafing, which I don't think there's that much vibration in this compartment as far as it's going to wear through that hose anytime soon, but we just want to, we're just playing it safe, you know what I mean? So I'm going to try using this funnel with this little flexi hose on it, and because it seems to be about the only way. So I'm going to set this little parts pan underneath here along with a little rag just to catch anything that spills over, and I'm going to slowly dump this whole quart of 10W30 in here. So it's going to be pretty hard to show you it running out of the overflow, but I think you all know what that looks like, right? Right? And there's 1 quart. Alright, here goes our second quart, which I'm going to just go about that much, and then I'm going to quit. See if it runs out. We don't want a big mess with it running all over the damn place here. And we got to be getting close. And that hose is going to take a little bit of it up, you know, because there's a big air pocket in it. It may have already. Okay, we got oil running out over. So trying to get the camera and the tripod down in there, but it looks like we're full. So I shined a light in there just to make sure, and yeah, we definitely we're full of oil. Hope you can see that okay on the camera. So I'm just gonna put our fill plug back in. So we took roughly, I'm gonna say that's 1.5 quarts that we used to do this of the 10W30, which is it's what I bought when I first got the machine, because I wanted to do an oil change pretty quick. And like I said, I got about 5.5 hours on the motor, and I think it's time. I mean, it's probably beyond time, you know, for the break-in oil, but it seems to be running all right. And the old oil, it really didn't look that bad. Maybe tomorrow I'll show it under a light and see if there's any metal flakes in it or anything. So I'm going to leave this dangle here overnight and put this pan underneath it and just see if this does leak at all. Now here we are the next day, and there is no leakage whatsoever here. So I think we're going to be good shape on that. And like I said, I'm just going to tuck it in right along here, and I think it'll be just fine. When I want to change the oil, I'll just drop her down through underneath the frame here and lay a pan under there. So I'm going to dump out my break-in oil, how bad it actually is. Yeah, it's black.
No, homies are black.
It does look watery, but I'm not seeing any chips in it or anything like that, like metal chips. You can tell there's metal, like real fine metal, suspended in the oil, which I would expect in a break-in.
I hope that you learned something from this video, or at least got a few laughs from it.
Please be sure to like, share, and consider subscribing if you enjoyed. Visit my Amazon store if you want to help, or look into the Super Thanks options if you'd like to buy me a coffee. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.